If you look at the coastal belt, there is a lot of ecosystem depth that is happening because of the infrastructure which is growing, which is very good. What is happening in the mineral wealth states, there is a slight gap there because there's a lot of opportunity there for the MSME in the ecosystem and innovation in industry to be happening there. Aluminium can actually emerge as an anchor for that value chain to be created, and that is the focus of our discussion today. Yeah. So the seminar will of course explore the roadmap, and with that I would like to invite the panelists that we have, esteemed panelists today. So to start with, I would like to introduce CSIR, IIMMT, and he has been working for the last 12 years in the Hydro Electrometallurgy Department at the CSIR Institute of Minerals and Materials Technology. He has also worked as a scientific officer in the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. So I'm sure he will bring a lot of scientific perspective to the conversation today. I would also like to invite Nihar Ranjan Sahu. He is the former Chief Environmental Engineer, State Pollution Control Board. He is an alumni of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and for his geoscientist, and he will bring a lot of perspective on investigation and strengthening India's mineral resource base.
With my esteemed panel, we are looking forward to unravel a few layers of this secret and see how it can benefit not just the state, the country, but also globally. We have to emerge as a leader, with Odisha leading from the front. So on behalf of the Think Change Forum and Bhubaneswar City Knowledge and Innovation Cluster, thank you for the conversation that we have lined up with our esteemed panelists today. It is not by chance, but it is truly a defining moment that we are having this conversation. When I say that, this has already been mentioned, that Odisha is sitting at the very heart of India's eastern growth. You've seen in the slide before that Richa was putting out for all of us that, Odisha today holds over 50% of India's bauxite reserves, which is nearly 20% of the global bauxite reserves. It's a major steel, aluminium and mining investment that we are attracting in the state. There are multi-billion-dollar investments which have come in terms of commitments from the industry. But there is a paradox in this entire situation. Despite all of these promising, resources within the state, what we see is, Secretary of the Indian Bureau of Mines, and you are essentially a mining policy specialist here. We know that Odisha has a strong mineral base, and we have significant addition. What should that be?
So first of all, I would like to say that if we see Odisha in the perspective of all India, our total mineral value of the mineral production, so far as major minerals are concerned, for the last year 25-26, it's around 1,70,000 crores, out of which Odisha contributed around 38%. Then it is followed by Assam. And my previous analyst already explained that we are having, Odisha is holding a significant reserve of resources in terms of iron, bauxite, providers of entirely is being built by Odisha only. So with these resources and reserve, iron and steel is already a booming sector so far as Odisha is concerned. Now it's a bit present capacity is around 40 million tons, which is likely to scale up to around 100 million tons within a couple of years. But the only problem what I am able to perceive is around the alumina sector.
So I am working as a professor at Mahindra University in Hyderabad. I am also a development economist by training. The reason why I am here is to initiate a dialogue as to how to make Odisha a better place in terms of economic growth and more uniform income distribution. Because Odisha के पास काफ़ी सारा potential है, and most of these things are in the area of mining. The idea is how we can take this into downstream industries. For instance, with the mining, you can have lots of downstream industry like semiconductor, automobile, aluminum, जहाँ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादातर लोग काम कर सकते हैं. So the idea is at this point of time how to ensure the growth process is much more uniform in the sense that ये जो mining sector का जो one of the problem is this is a very capital intensive. वहाँ ज़्यादा employment opportunity नहीं होता है. आप जब खुदाई करते हो वो ज़्यादातर मशीन करते हैं. तो हम लोग चाह रहे हैं कि अगर आपका डाउनस्ट्रीम इंडस्ट्री डेवलप हो जाता है, जैसे ऑटोमोबाइल हो गया, एल्यूमिनियम हो गया, पैकेजिंग हो गया, कार्बोनेटेड ड्रिंकिंग हो गया, वहाँ से ज़्यादा हम लोग एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी भी क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. सो इन दैट वे ओवरऑल द इकोनॉमी इज गोइंग टू ग्रो. इन ए वे उड़ीसा इज़ डूइंग ग्रेट इन द सेंस दैट उड़ीसा का अगर जीडीपी का ग्रोथ रेट देखते हैं, it is growing at 9.5%, which is much higher than India's GDP growth rate of 6.9%. But at the same time, we wanted to ensure through this dialogue that can we create opportunity, can we create economic opportunity, ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा employment opportunity create हो सकता है, so that the people at large are benefited from this growth process.
Sir, one more question, sir. How can Odisha can better integrated sector like mining, manufacturing sector?
हाँ, so mining तो already आपके पास है. तो हम लोग जो चाह रहे हैं ये माइनिंग के बाद व्हाट नेक्स्ट. नाउ माइनिंग अगर आप बॉक्साइट ले लेते हो, कॉपर ले लेते हो, दिस हैज़ गॉट ह्यूज implication in the semiconductor industry. तो bauxite, copper, they are used as an input for the semiconductor industry, which has got application in, let's say, आपका टीवी में semiconductor लगता है, फ्रीज में, रेफ्रिजरेटर में. So if we can create this downstream thing, likewise aluminium or steel, you know, this has got huge, these are used as input for the automobile industry. टाटा स्टील अगर स्टील लेके टाटा मोटर्स के पास देता है तो क्या होगा, उससे आपका एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन होगा. लाइकवाइज आपका जो पैकेजिंग इंडस्ट्री है, दैट ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्स द माइनिंग एज द आउटपुट. ठीक है, तो अगर आप हम लोग ये डाउनस्ट्रीम इंडस्ट्री अगर डेवलप कर सकते हैं, जैसे उड़ीसा गुजरात ने किया, जैसे आंध्र प्रदेश ने किया, तो वो क्या होगा, एक ओवरऑल होलिस्टिक ग्रोथ प्रोसेस हो जाएगा. So that is something we wanted to tell the government through this dialogue, that what are the way this growth process can be more uniform so that we can create more employment opportunity. क्योंकि माइनिंग में तो इट्स ज़्यादातर कैपिटल इंटेंसिव मोड, मतलब ये आप मशीन देखे खुदाई, कितना लोग आप माइनिंग में काम कर सकते हैं. लेकिन अगर आप ऑटोमोबाइल एक इंडस्ट्री हब करते हो, सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री हब करते हो, या पैकेजिंग इंडस्ट्री हब करता हो, वहाँ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगा. And the Odisha as a whole will grow in a more uniform way.
Sir, one more question, sir. What's to be done for the vision of fulfill the vision of Viksit Bharat Odisha 2000?
देखिए, विकसित भारत का मतलब है that
विकसित ओडिशा,
विकसित उड़ीसा या विकसित भारत जो भी बोलिए, तो मतलब है हमारा जो पर कैपिटा इनकम है वो अभी अराउंड $3,000 पर ईयर ऑन एवरेज है. सो हमारा टारगेट है बाय द ईयर 2047 we should be reaching that target of $18,000. मतलब $3,000 से $18,000 पर कैपिटल पर एनम होना चाहिए for us to be from the definition of विकसित मतलब डेवलप कंट्रीज, यू नो. तो उसके लिए अभी जो मैं आपको बताया, we need to create employment opportunity for everyone. It's not that क्योंकि आप जब पर कैपिटल इनकम बोलते हो आप एवरेज इनकम ले रहे हो, है ना. तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए दैट टॉप 1% या 5% लोग पूरा इकोनॉमी का इनकम लेके जा रहा है. इट शुड बी स्प्रेड, इट शुड बी यूनिफॉर्म. वो यूनिफॉर्म इनकम कैसे होगा, अगर आप कोई इंडस्ट्री इफ़ यू कैन क्रिएट विच एम्प्लॉय मोर एंड मोर पीपल. फॉर इंस्टेंस ऑटोमोबाइल हो गया, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, क्योंकि सर्विसेज में क्या होता है आपका काफ़ी सारा मतलब नया स्किल ज़रूरी होता है, which might not be able to employ more number of people. लेकिन आप अगर आप चाइना के तरफ जाते हो, चाइना में क्या हुआ है, we have seen that many people are getting employment, क्योंकि वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में तो वही हम लोग चाह रहे हैं. उड़ीसा में अभी आपका माइनिंग सेक्टर इज़ क्वाइट डेवलप. उड़ीसा एज ए इकोनॉमी इज़ ग्रोइंग फास्टर देन द इंडियन इकोनॉमी. बट एट द एंड आपने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा था, हाउ टू मेक उड़ीसा विकसित, उसके लिए आपको एक सिचुएशन क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा इकोनॉमी वाइज, ताकि मोर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस आ जाए. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस आने में ये इट्स वेरी इजी बिकॉज यू हैव द इनपुट. द होल थिंग इज यू हैव टू क्रिएट द आउटपुट. And the output in the manufacturing sector, be it automobile, be it aluminium, be it steel, be it processing industry, be it electronic industry, क्योंकि आपके पास जो इनपुट चाहिए ये मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री ग्रो करने के लिए इट्स ऑलरेडी देयर. The only thing is we have to actually create that ecosystem so that more number of such industries come.
Critical. We are promoting the industries and facilitating the industrial activities. So, as you are knowing that your first question may be on mineral wealth creation. So, you know that we are very rich in mineral, very rich. Odisha is very rich in mineral. Our advantage is that we are not only mineral rich state, we are a coastal state. Other states are mineral rich, like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, but they are not coastal states. So, that is more advantage to Odisha. So, government of Odisha is very active to add value to this mineral wealth and also bring money from this mineral wealth. So, our export is very much on track, and also our mining policy is very much transparent, and our auction policy is very much transparent. Lot of minings are opening in every field. It may be in iron ore, it may be in bauxite, it may be in rare earth. So, whichever bromide, whichever mineral you tell that, government policy is very transparent, and government is doing very, very good steps for these mining policies, and we are doing very well in mining sector. Now, question comes from mining sector, how we will mobilize for metal production. So, if you will compare, as of now, India's total metal production, we are number one in steel production. Our present capacity is more than 45 million ton, and we by 2030, we will definitely going to achieve more than 120 million ton steel production. That is the biggest driver, and we are producing almost 1/3 of the country's steel production. Similarly, in aluminium, we are very much advantage because from bauxite exploration to alumina production or aluminium production, we are producing almost 60% of the country's bauxite, 60% of country's alumina, and more than 50% of country's aluminium. So again, we are poised to add at least another 200% addition of the aluminium capacity by 2030. All the three big players from Nalco, Vedanta, Hindalco, they are operating, and a lot of other players are coming. So aluminium production, we are very strong. Bauxite, steel, we are very strong, and also stainless steel, if we will count, we are the number one in the country, and we are poised to grow more. So this value addition brings more, not only revenue to the state, but also create huge employment. For that, lot of skilling is required. Government of Odisha is focusing more on skilling, so that our skilled laborers and our skilled employees and our skilled technicians will be employed in the state. Now comes how to add more value to this metal production. Though we are number one in metal production, but not we are number one in value addition to the metals. Lot of our metals going to other states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Karnataka, other to for value addition. So now our government has prioritizing to add at least 50% of the metal value added at our own state. So that's why we are keeping it as a priority sector. In priority sector, government of Odisha giving much more incentives to attract this investment to our state.
Why not we go for
Sir, one
minor
second.
mineral?
1 second, sir.
So actually minor minerals is not coming on industrial point of view. So we are focusing more on the mining activity, which is more on an industrial perspective. Now you can say that rare earth. Rare earth is now a big buzzword. As you know that Government of India has declared that rare earth corridor, where Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Odisha are prominent for this corridor. So now our government is giving much more focus on rare earth development. So that Indian Rare Earth Limited as well as OMC is taking more lead on this, and we have a dozen of companies has shown interest, and at least 3 companies have grounded for the rare earth value addition products in our state. Maybe it is a titanium dioxide for paint manufacturing, or it may be titanium metal for aerospace and defense. Number of companies, I can take the name few them, like Kalyani Steel is coming at Dhenkanal, which is going to produce special steels and alloys for the aerospace and defense sector. Similarly, Bajrang Steel is going to produce that pigment which will be used in paint manufacturing industry. So that is one part. But your is that how Government of Odisha is focusing from total industrial ecosystem growth, and how we will achieve that as a developed industrial sector. So already we have been very much in a good position, and if you can say that from mining sector we have diversified that to chemical and petrochemicals. Big petrochemicals complexes coming up at Paradip, so that will propel our petrochemical developments. Lot of chemical companies are coming at you can say Gopalpur and Paradip. So in petrochemicals we are going to be number 2 in the country very soon. After Gujarat, we will be number 2. Within 5 to 6 years, Odisha will be very much in petrochemicals and chemical sector.
Sir, Odisha have largely reserve of minerals like coal and bauxite.
Yes.
So, how can these resources to be leveraged to driven border the economic developments in
That's
Odisha?
a good question. So, what we are doing so far, you might be knowing that from coal we are generating the power.
Yes.
That was the so power generation is not going to get good revenue or employment potential in the state. So now government of Odisha or government of India, you can say in large, they are focusing more from coal to chemicals. So in coal to ammonia, coal to chemicals, coal to chemical downstreams. So on that you might be knowing that fertilizer corporation, which was earlier FCI, now it is a culture fertilizer corporation. They are now going for coal to ammonia, which will couple the urea production in the state, and for very shortly it will be going to commission. Similarly, BHL and Coal India coming from to coal gasification, and they are going from produce coal to ammonium nitrate. Similarly, big project, I will not take their name now, but a big project is coming, more than 80,000 crore investment to convert coal to chemicals, which will, you can say any chemicals, now we are getting from petrochemicals, that will produce in from coal. So that will give a very good opportunity to the downstreams as well as revenue and the employment to the state. That is on coal.